Hey, Sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you this week's mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip-hop and salsa. I am bringing you today some WingStop. I've got some delicious veggies. I like eating my wings with veggies. I ordered fries, they didn't come. I'm getting a refund. Thank you, WingStop. So I've got some carrots and some celery sticks. Now, I don't know which is which. I got two types of boneless wings. I'm not in the mood for bones and picking bones and having my hands in my mouth, blah, blah. I got you boneless, all right? One of them, let me not point because I don't know. One of them is hickory smoke barbecue and the other one is spicy Korean barbecue. So I don't know which is which because honestly, look at these. They both look the same. So I'm gonna be eating them with my fork, dipping it in some ranch. Mira, some ranch. Like Steven Sushi, swimming in ranch. Here we go. As you can see, the boneless wings are doused in the sauces that they prepared them in. I'm pretty sure this is spicy Korean with some ranch. Cool it down a little bit, kind of like it. Look. Oh my God. Yummy. Not all that spicy, but still delish. Sofrito lovers, how's it been? I know. Sofrito lovers, it's been too long. I cannot even tell you guys the insanity that's been going on, both at work and in my personal life. It's been a little crazy. Haven't really wanted to film. Work has been a lot. This summer program is kicking my butt in ways that no other summer program has. You know, I'm so glad I got the veggies. Just the way the celery has this really cooling effect on all of this spice and just has this refreshing note that cuts across all of this. I mean, there's a lot of sauce, heavy ranch. The celery and even the carrots have this like wonderful ability to bring in like this brightness, this freshness that cuts through all of this like heavy, intense sauce. I'm so glad I didn't get the fries. I'm so glad. Because heavy on heavy and sauce. I'm all over the place. I'm giving a review and talking about how crazy life is. Life is crazy. Sofrito lovers, I've let you know that there's some stuff happening in my personal life with my roommate, with my family, medical issues. I haven't been divulging a lot of it because it's not my business to divulge to the mukbang community or the world of YouTube. But let's just say that things have been scary. Things have been difficult. Things have stabilized a bit. But for the last 2 weeks, we've been dealing with a lot of medical crisis. Not personal, just, you know. And what I mean by not personal is it hasn't been occurring to me, hasn't happened to me, but it's in my life and it's with friends and family, and it's just there's been a lot. And of course that contributes to fatigue, stress, and just not wanting to film. Okay, I'm tasting the chicken that's on this side. I think this side was a spicy barbecue. This must be the hickory smoke barbecue, okay? Oh yeah. That's got that delicious, rich, smoky barbecue flavor. I just said to myself, there's something you haven't had in a really long time, and I haven't had WingStop in a long time. Are y'all getting the vibe that I'm enjoying the veggies more than I am the actual meat? I know, right? It's crazy. I think I am too. It's just the brightness of the veggies is really making everything nice and just cutting across it and making it nice and enjoyable. Look, hickory smoke. Sofrito lovers, things have been crazy, but my program is halfway done. 7 weeks. I'm working on week 4. Week 4 will be ending in 2 days. We'll be in week 5, and in a blink, I'll be on vacation. I think I told you guys I was planning on going away to Puerto Rico, but I may not, because I may need to do some medical care on myself. Deal with some issues. You see this finger? Crooked, messed up finger. I got to deal with that. And the fingers on this hand are not working the way they're supposed to. I've got all these trigger finger. There's a syndrome that I have that I can't even pronounce. A lot's going on. If I don't get the surgeries during my vacation because I decide no more stress, don't be surprised. Hay tiempo para todo. There's time for everything, I hope. Things have been crazy. I do have a Parque Chronicle for you. This happened about 2 weeks ago. For those of you who don't know, let me just give you a quick 10 seconds of context. Right now where I'm pointing is a window. There's a window. And this large window faces out to a park that's called Washington's Walk here in Washington. I was going to say Washington Heights. Washington's Walk here in Kingsbridge Heights in the Bronx, Northwest Bronx. Nice little park. Community park. Lots of stuff happens. Craziness. I love to report on it. There's been everything. Dog fights, marriage proposals, murder. Everything has happened in this park. And I've talked about it on... Well, 2 weekends ago, I could not go to Washington Heights to see my partner, David, who I'll tell you a little bit about how he's doing. He's doing fantastic. Thank God there's one element of my life that's good. I mean, many elements of my life are good, but let me put it this way. He's consistently, stably good. Bring WingStop, fountain soda, Diet Coke. Oh my God, one of life's little pleasures when fountain soda tastes incredible, because sometimes fountain soda is disgusting. Too much syrup, not enough syrup. Things are stale, things are flat, not at all. This, thank goodness for small favors. So, pointing at that window, crazy stuff happens at that window. I like to look out there. I'm on the 2nd floor, so I can hear things, even out there. I'm not really that high up. I can hear what happens in the park. A multitude of things have happened in that park. Look. So, 2 weekends ago, I couldn't go to Washington Heights because I had to stay here to help take care of the roomie. My roommate. The roomie. So I'm hanging out, nighttime, looking out there. It's hot in New York City. They've been calling it a heat wave. I don't know what's happening with New Yorkers. New Yorkers are acting like it's never been hot in New York City before. New Yorkers are acting like the last couple of days that have been in the 80s and a little bit humid is like horrible. I guess these are a lot of New York transplants, because those of us who were born and raised in the city, we are used to 97 degree, 12-day heat waves where the humidity is at 1,500. I mean, I'm used to that. A lot of these people crying about how hot it's been in New York City. I'm like, okay, folks, y'all are definitely from somewhere cold, the Midwest or somewhere where it's not that cold. I just don't get it. To me, this heat wave has just been, it's just been hot. It's summer. It's summer. It's hot. It's the city. It's hot. But I digress. It was a Saturday night, and people are out there in the park chilling, playing music, sitting in their lawn chairs, Dominicans barbecuing plátanos. You know, typical New York, Bronx, hood rat shit. This stuff that happens. So, I'm looking out, watching my television, occasionally looking outside, because people are having a nice time, and the music was kind of good. It was loud and obnoxious, but it was pretty good. Merengue, which I love classic merengue. Don't give me any of that new stuff. I like classic merengue when people could sing, when these women and these men were like amazing singers. It's nighttime. People are out there having a good time. I'm occasionally watching my TV, looking outside. Watching my TV, looking outside. A woman starts screaming. I'm talking about yelling for dear life. She starts screaming, and I see her get up from her towel, and she is kind of swatting at herself. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm thinking it might be something lame. You're in the park, there's bugs, something flew on her, maybe a roach, maybe a moth. You know, just maybe, you know how some people act with insects. I don't get it. I mean, I don't like insects. If a big old water bug is coming at me, I might, you know, dodge it a little bit. But I'm not a screamer, a swatter, and I don't go insane. I just smash it. So I'm thinking it's that until the woman starts screaming, ratones, ratones. Raton is Spanish for mice. So she's swatting at herself, and she's kicking at her picnic. Like, she had made herself a little picnic. She had a big towel out there. She's kicking at the picnic. What am I trying to say? The blanket. She's kicking at the blanket. And then someone else who was with her got up and screamed, "No son ratones, son ratas," which means it's not mice, it's rats. Rata, rat. Raton, mouse. Apparently, and a whole bunch of people around them freaked out. They saw what I really couldn't see. Luckily, the people screaming were excellent narration. Apparently, a bunch of rats must have been attracted to her food or whatever, and they just got onto her picnic blanket, got into her food. One of them, now I knew why she was swatting at herself, because one of them like landed on her or jumped on her. And all of a sudden, I guess, spread them out, because everyone who had their blankets that were close by started picking up their blankets and moving away and running in different directions. So apparently here in Washington's Walk, in the Northwest Bronx, there was a big old rat attack during this nighttime merengue picnic. A big old rat attack with a couple of women and men getting up, running around, screaming. The woman who was swatting at herself, continued to swat at herself until I saw what happened. She was swatting herself, moving around. Eventually, I saw that when she finally hit whatever she was swatting at, it was a big old rat that was holding on to her. Because, you know, those things get on you and they claw at you. And they hold on with claws that, you know, these claws are real sharp. They can use these things to burrow through concrete, wood, stone, anything. Excuse me, I almost choked on the celery. But yeah, so it held on to her. I saw her bat it off of herself. But yeah, there was like a bunch of rats. I don't know why. I've never, honestly, despite the fact that this is the hood and this is the Bronx, I've never seen a lot of rats in this park behind me. I never have. But the rats came out on Saturday night, 2 Saturday nights ago. And it was funny. People were scared. Some people were laughing. And like, it's just rats. Scare them away. But New York City rats are a breed unto themselves. And it wasn't that late at night, guys. I was here hanging out with the roomie. It was probably 8 or 9. It really wasn't that late. People were out there. It's close to 8 o'clock right now. It's still pretty sunny out there. The sun hasn't set. It looks like late afternoon. The rats came out. There's been construction right here, right next to my building, which is right next to Washington's Walk as well. There's been all this construction, so I'm assuming a lot of the vermin and a lot of the animals that burrow underneath are being displaced or agitated. I mean, walking around the neighborhood, you can see more roaches, more insects. It's because whenever they do construction, especially the construction that they're doing next door, in which they're really going below the ground, because next door to me, weirdly enough, despite the fact that this is a building, next to me used to be this small yellow wooden house that belonged to a Puerto Rican preacher who, he was a reverend, I believe, who recently retired. I should not say recently. It's been about 5 or 6 years. That's been an empty lot, but now construction is taking place, and they're probably going to build a commercial building, and they have to dig deep into the ground. They probably have to create a new foundation. They have to build a basement. I mean, it's going to be like a residency. So they are stirring up, I'm sure, insects, vermin, all types of creepy crawlies that are running all over the place, including that park that's right next to the construction, which was a site of a rat attack. I told you at the beginning of the summer that I would give you some Parque Chronicles. Ahí está un Parque Chronicle. Parque is Spanish for park. Park Chronicle. The rat attack of Kingsbridge Heights. Cannot make these things up. You know what I think would be kind of interesting when you have these wings, boneless or bone-in, they always serve you celery and carrots. I kind of feel like a few strips of raw red onion would go great with this as well. Am I crazy? Do you think maybe some red onions would be good? And I'm not talking about like huge chunks of red onion, just like maybe some nice thinly sliced raw red onions would add like another layer of flavor that would be interesting. The boneless meat is great, but it's really, for some reason, the celery and the carrots are like really giving this life for me. I have like this newfound appreciation for these. Sofrito lovers, amongst all the chaos and craziness and drama and medical issues and professional issues and stress, a rat attack in Kingsbridge Heights, right here in Washington's Walk, has been the best thing that has happened with everyone running and screaming. The best thing that's happened in a while. It kind of makes you happy to be alive. The grass is always greener. It's always darkest before the dawn. I've never had these boneless. I've had boneless wings. I just have never had this hickory smoked barbecue. And I believe this is my last piece of the... There's more. I'm going to save them because I can't eat all that meat with all that sauce. This is like a good plate for me. Well, that hickory smoke is absolutely amazing. So, sofrito lovers. Go out there. Go have the culinary adventures that I don't have time to do myself. Go out there, go have fun. Go taste new things. Experience some new flavors. Go out there and go taste for yourself. Como siempre, mucho, mucho amor.